What is up, my dudes? Joey has here, and welcome back to Minus Two Reason with my good friend Webweaver, and we even have a special guest, PlungerHead.
Hello.
Yes, he is here with us. Uh, Web, you're quiet. I thought you would say something by now.
The last two times I've said something, I've interrupted you. So I was just like, you know what? Zip it. Just wait for the intro to be done. And then when I
Yeah.
don't say anything, you call me out, and now I have to disrupt the whole flow of everything.
Wait, there was a flow? Shit.
Right? Flow? Well, that being said, I believe today's sponsor, where the fuck did I put it?
Joey, you're embarrassing our sponsor.
Oh god, I'm pressing buttons.
How dare.
Okay. We have we have a sponsor with Aki Monty's double quilted toilet paper. It is guaranteed soft and leaves you nice and clean. And now comes in either blue or red.
Oh,
Yours
boy.
today at your local general store.
Use discount code M2R for 15% off your first purchase.
That sounds like a real steal. I'll have to go down to the general store and grab it.
And also, we actually have a legitimate pseudo sponsor. And we should do this early because people watch. My viewer retention is 11 minutes. God damn it! So Plunger, the charity Plunger.
Oh shit.
It's November 8th. It's November 8th.
It's November 8th today, and on on the 12th, on November 12th, there's going to be a a charity that I'm a part of. Garfriends for Fun. Yeah, Garfriends for Fun. Run by an amazing Twitch streamer, Evil Farter. We're going to be doing a relay stream. Yes, his name is Evil Farter.
I already forgot about that.
He's got like a cursed monkey thing in his profile picture. Go check him out. He's pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna do a huge relay stream, which is basically one stream after another. We're starting off with 3 24-hour streams by Farter, Very Human, and White Sedan.
Jesus.
So, yeah, it's gonna be packed with action and a lot of fun. And it's gonna be mostly Garfield-based content, not just Garfield Kart. I know some people are actually going to be working on creating things in Blender live for whatever to be shown off at the end of the tail end of the stream, and yeah, it's magical. Gonna be awesome. Mm-hmm.
There are other Garfield Kart games? There
are other Garfield Kart games.
There are two.
Yeah,
no, I mean, there are
original of Furious Racing.
They're the originals. There are other Garfield games. Is anybody gonna be busting out like the super old cursed Garfield games?
Oh, of course they are. I think somebody was planning. I think there was a Tales of Two Kitties game.
Oh my god!
Somebody might be busting that out.
No! Oh wow!
And it's the one where the cursed 3D Garfield model is.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll get you the image of it because my god, this is.
So when I'm recording this, I am exclusively restricted to World of Memes unless I get my phone, which is within grabbing distance.
Oh yeah,
but I'm too lazy for that.
Don't worry.
So, what I will say though is that I was on Twitter earlier today and I saw an image of gaming icons coming together, and there is a game pack of Sonic and Garfield, and it has a Garfield game on it. And I'm just thinking, like,
Sonic and Garfield,
two of gaming's most iconic icons.
No, stop.
I mean, they are pretty iconic. And
do you think that there's going to be a Garfield fighting game?
If there will be, I am severely gonna end my existence.
Well, because hear me out here.
Ouch.
Oh
Holy
no.
shit.
Oh.
Holy.
Sorry for
I'm gonna-
disrupting the conversation.
I'm
I found the
editing
model
that
and I
in.
sent it.
I'm editing that into the video just so that people at home can see it. Like that.
Oh my god. That is a monstrosity.
Yep.
It's oh my god.
That's straight up. That is straight up Garfield from like the CG one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
Tale of Two
Oh,
And
Kitties,
that's
isn't
the
it? That's the
game.
movie.
That's the model from the
there's a
game of the
game.
movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it is oh boy.
Oh.
People have made cursed images
I
out of
have
that model,
give
and
me
it is
a
oh.
fat minute.
I
I have to make a saving throw. Give me a minute. Fucking where's my D20s?
Your T20. This is
That's-
this
You're
is
gonna
a
have to
charisma
roll a
saving
natural
throw
20.
Or you need a 17 to pass.
Well, saving throw in most cases is
Or
Joey,
10
this
or
is
higher,
not.
but
This
there
is
is
not
a
most cases.
there are in 5th edition there are DC saving throws, so like
yep,
it could be
this
higher.
is-
All right,
yep.
hold on.
This is difficulty class 20.
All right, I got it. Aw, see, I kind of want to go with Plunger said because he said 17. I got a 19.
Oh, nice.
You know what? We'll take it. The judges will accept that one.
Jesus.
Exactly.
I got my dice bag ready at my desk and everything. Holy crap.
I'm gonna
Hell
have
yeah.
that Garfield staring at me for the rest of the podcast.
Oh.
And I'm already not okay with it.
Absolutely. It's wonderful. But you were talking about Garfield fighting games, and it's kind
No.
of funny.
Well, I bring it up because
There
there's
is
a new
a
fighting
rumor.
game.
There's a rumor that he's going to be in a fighting game, a
No.
platform fighter.
No.
Nickelodeon's All-Star Brawl.
Wait, really?
There's a rumor that he is in there along with Shredder.
Okay, that would be
Ugh.
legit. All right, that would be legit.
Yeah.
No. Stop.
And I'm ready for it. Like
So
that'll be my new main. I'll pick the game back up because I played it for 7 hours, got really sad, and then kind of stopped playing it.
yeah, I saw that. There was like a period of a few days where you'd play it a lot on Steam, and then you just never played it again.
Yeah, I just kind of got busy with other stuff, but like
That's
setting
fair.
up for the Nuzlocke and other things. But
By the way, link to the Nuzlocke will be in the description.
oh god,
The
please, like,
YouTube video. Or
which-
the Twitch
yes, that
VOD, it's
I-
up to you.
I did actually upload them to YouTube. This is my 3rd video on YouTube after the first 2 were from like 6 months ago.
Well, it'll be up to you whether you want the Twitch VOD or the YouTube VOD, but
Oh yeah, but yeah, that Nuzlocke is quite an adventure. But yeah, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl happened, and
it did
it's-
happen.
and their
This is
Twitter, they
facts.
keep on saying things like, "Oh yeah, Goku has a chance. Oh, we'll totally listen to the competitive community for balancing." Like Michelangelo, I think right now is banned from the competitive online play.
Wait,
There's
what
actually-
did he do?
Oh.
He's busted. I think he can like infinitely like basically fly and
Oh.
had another infinite combo.
That just reminds me of like the kaiju from Godzilla who's like a turtle and he can like tuck in his limbs and then he can like rocket spin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he could rocket himself around. Oh
Yeah.
man, what is his name? I
Is-
know he's just funny.
I don't want to say a name because then I'll expose myself for being like a Godzilla casual, but it's like Gamera. Is it Gamera?
Gamora.
Gamora? I don't know.
Gamera.
Gamora. Yeah, you remember?
Yeah,
the
it's-
turtle from Guardians of
you-
the Galaxy.
You had it right.
Wait, Guardians of the Galaxy. I watched that movie when it came out and I was like, yeah, it's alright. I don't really remember anything about it though.
Yeah, no, one of the characters in it is named Gamora, actually. So
The deep like what is it, 2012 energy?
yeah,
It's like-
the 2012 energy. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, you were absolutely right. It was Gamera.
Okay, so I my Godzilla cred has lived to another day. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
But what is it? It's like That's actually the last Marvel movie that I think I saw is Guardians of the Galaxy. I never watched any of them after that.
Oh yeah, you just didn't care to keep up, or
I
it's
just
just.
like if I was interested, I think I'd just rather read the comics, you know? Like does
I
that
mean,
make
fair enough.
sense?
They're allowed to tell different stories in the comics. Like they aren't restricted really by anything.
Also, I just don't really like Disney in general. Like I maybe that's
Yeah,
like the hipster position, but I just don't really like Disney. I
You
think
are
that
I
you are pretty much a hipster compared to everybody.
yeah. The no cola hipster over here. Um,
Right. We still need to freaking force him to chug a 2 liter of Coke.
of Coca Cola. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're not getting away from this at all, Webb. You need to have a single cola.
Just the single cola.
Yeah, just
Then I'll
conform
have
to
truly
society in
lived.
this way.
I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Eventually, someday. But
But you could literally go to a corner store right now and get it, and you just won't.
but yeah, well, why though?
I don't just to try. Like you're not curious.
No, I've lived my entire life without it. Why do I need it now?
Well, it's not that you need it. It's just it's more of a just curiosity's sake.
But I mean, is it is it worth my time? No.
I mean, it's worth $1.50 or whatever they're selling them for.
I
I
mean,
do believe it, like having a cola. It seems like such a basic thing because I mean, you go to any fast food restaurant, you get your drink, well, you get your food, you get your fries, you get your cola. Like that seems like the normal nomenclature. But I'm guessing, Web, you probably just don't go to a lot of fast food or restaurants like that.
I've been to a a Burger King before,
A singular one.
and I've been to a Taco Bell like a couple times.
Okay, all right. So
Do you
my
not
theory
get
is
do
debunked.
you not get drinks with them? Like
No, I have water at home.
I have water. What about the water there?
I mean, is their tap water going to
I
be any different than my tap water?
I
I think so,
I
because theirs has
now
fake
now I'm
sweeteners in it to give you an addiction.
now I'm confused because what are you ordering from these places? Like, are you not getting a combo, or are you just getting like a singular sandwich?
Yeah.
Yes, is not an answer.
No,
I'm
he's saying he gets the singular sandwich, right?
It's
yeah. I get what I want, which is like a burger or like a taco or something. And then that's it. I don't need anything else.
Don't need the fries that come with it, the
No.
nothing food that goes alongside it. I mean, I could respect that hustle. It's just strange because they're so advertised, I guess. Maybe Joey and I just fell to the system, and
we're
Webb
just
is just trying
see
to
see that's
keep
the thing.
himself away from it.
We're just fat.
Truth.
Like okay, let me explain something, all right? I when I was in Scotland, one of my family members wanted to get McDonald's, okay?
Yep.
And they were telling me that when you're ordering McDonald's, you got to get the combo meal. You got to get the combo. And so I looked at the combo and I'm like, well, I only really want this from the combo. So why do I have to get the combo? And they're like, you got to get the combo. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll have this, the thing that I wanted, like these little, like, strip things, right? Like, I don't remember what they were called.
Wait, strips from McDonald's?
Yeah, they're like some
Huh.
weird strip things. And that's what I wanted.
Okay.
And so then my family member who's like ordering is like, okay, what else do you want? You gotta order some more stuff to get the combo. And I'm like, is the combo cheaper? Like, if I buy the combo, is that cheaper than what I just want? And she's like, well, no, the combo is more expensive. And I'm like, I don't want the combo. I just want what I want. So, yeah.
Meaning, I think what they're meaning with the just get the combo, it's because technically when you get like just like say the burger of the combo,
Yeah.
if you add up all of like what it's worth, technically the burger's cheaper, but you had to buy other stuff to get the burger. It's
Okay.
just yeah. So if I buy, say, a burger, a fry, and a drinks all separate, it'll cost more than getting it in a combo.
Yeah, but I didn't want a drink and I didn't want a fries. I just wanted those little strip things. And so it was just like it was very bizarre because it's like I mean we got water here, and so it's like we've got fries here. It's like why I want to get these weird strip things, you know?
You are literally the opposite of the we have this at home. Like, oh, can we get food at there? We already have food at home. And just it just shows like a boring little food or whatever at home. And it's like, oh yes. Webweaver chooses, oh yeah, home. I understand now. Meanwhile, everybody else on the planet was like, but the food there, everything there is better.
But it's really not though.
Well, it's not better for you, but it's
I
better
mean, it
because it's got
tastes
all the hyped
fine.
up with sugar and whatnot.
Yeah.
Sugar's good for you. It makes you die faster.
I mean, that's one way to look at it.
Sponsored by the Grim Reaper.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sponsored by the Grim
I'm,
Reaper.
I'm gonna sip this super coffee, and it's probably gonna taste like ass cheeks.
Did we talk about what Joy originally was going to come into the call with?
Oh,
Oh yeah, the
Because
thumbnail.
I was just going to say, speaking of things that make us die,
Oh.
what are you talking? There's a bomb?
oh.
In your fridge?
Sorry,
A fridge bomb?
I'm drinking instant espresso.
Okay, well you're dying over there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
in the instant.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm gonna take a sip of
I'm
water.
making. I might actually go get me one real quick, but I was making my instant espresso, and it clearly says on it, it's like you either mix it with hot water or milk. Well, I did it with water because whatever, and I
Yeah.
was gonna put a little splash of like almond milk, and I did. That didn't do shit. But besides the fact, I opened the fridge door, and I looked down in the door. There was a milk container. And what I saw was the most disturbing thing ever. Now,
Oh?
I don't
Garfield
know
was in your
about
fridge?
I don't know about you. I'm just going to skip past what you just fucking said. I don't know about you, but most cases we are responsible enough to throw away the milk when it goes bad. We forgot to throw away milk.
Oh,
Oh.
And it was in a plastic container, like a jug.
Oh, like the jug it came in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I look at it, I'm like, what the fuck? And I pick it up. I feel the pressure. I look at it. Bottom half is all water. The top half
Oh.
is solid.
It all separated. Oh.
I'm looking at this like, did we accidentally make cottage cheese? What is this? And I'm like, I'm just gonna throw this out. I know what'll happen because
Out
I can
the
feel the
window.
pressure. So I run out. I live in an apartment. I run outside and I toss it in the dumpster. I hear it explode.
Oh, no.
I just
Hopefully
throw
that's
it.
not yours.
I hear
Ticking time
I literally a ticking time bomb. I literally throw it in the dumpster, just like literally just Kobe. And I
Yeet.
hear the metal clang, and then I just hear I'm like, oh
Oh no.
well
So
then.
without realizing it, every single time you were opening your fridge, you were taking a gamble of like, man, am I going to be
Apparently.
covered in cottage cheese and
I
water?
apparently it was bad. I was just like, because I've never seen that happen before. Usually
Yeah.
it's like, all right, this is about 2 weeks expired. All right, let's throw it out.
Yeah, it's like
That's
it
the
gets a
most I've
little
ever seen it.
chunky,
This was
maybe.
like I think a month.
Oh no.
A whole month. You go in your fridge every day, don't you? How don't you see that?
I don't go in my fridge every day.
Okay.
Not every day.
I mean, but you have a roommate, right?
Yeah, but I thought so. Like we ordered food through Instacart not too long ago, So my brain didn't process if there was anything left over in there. I just thought,
Ah.
oh, okay, everything was new. And then I looked down because like the almond milk was just fine. It's like, see, almond milk's a little different. It said best by the 18th, but it was still good. Like I checked it,
Yeah.
and because almond milk and coconut milk, those spoil a little differently. They will actually become goop. They will
Yeah.
solidify and become rubbery goop. It's kind of like you've seen the like
It's weird.
videos of people
Yeah.
pouring expired creamer in their coffee and it just boom oobleck.
Oh.
Yeah, that kind of milk does that too. Especially when I'm a dumbass and I may or may not forget that I had a leftover protein shake and then I realized, oh, that container hasn't been opened in a long time.
Oh.
Oh no.
Uh oh. Yeah. Um. Not proud of myself, but it happens.
So let's lay the cards on the table. Like
But yeah, there
when
was
it
that.
comes to milk, like what do you guys do? Like I do almost exclusively coconut milk.
I have to do. I can't do 2% milk anymore.
Ah, that's my
Uh,
life.
because the milk fat. Well, before my surgery, the milk fat was okay. The only milk fat that anything I ingested that fucked me up was ice cream.
Yep.
And yet I would still fuck myself up and say it's worth it. It's not, but it is. Well, now I can't do it anymore because of gastric bypass. Any milk fat or anything too sweet now just makes me feel gross. So they recommend either 1% skim milk or, of course, the alternatives, meaning coconut, almond, or oat milk. I
What
really
about
like oat
soya
milk.
milk?
Never had soy milk.
Hmm.
Um,
Soya milk lasts for like ever. Like one of my family members when I was in Scotland, she just has like a closet full of soya milk that expires like next year.
oh, that's interesting. I
Just
may
a
give it a shot.
closet full
I've
that's the
never
milk
had it.
closet.
Is
Well,
it
that's
is
where I
it
was
good?
recording for 3 months in the soya milk closet.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh
Is
no.
it? Did you
I
try it? Is it good?
It's fine. I like coconut milk better, but it's
Yeah.
fine.
Alright.
But no, I had my audio DAC on top of a stack of soya milk.
Of course you
Oh
did.
no.
There wasn't space for it anywhere else.
Yeah, no. And what you said about 2% before, I have a friend who majorly lactose intolerant. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this boy is awful for it. But I will see him regularly get like cheese products or any milk products whenever like the two of us are hanging out, and I'm like, "Oh, why, why are you doing that?" He's like, "Listen, there were some things on this planet we were meant to eat, and this is one of them. God damn it, I have to have this." And I'm like, "But you're basically allergic." He's like, "Some things are worth dying for."
See,
This guy is ready to die for the cheese and the milk, and then
well,
then he disappears for like half an hour, and I'm just sitting basically
yeah.
alone in his apartment while he just vacates his entire innards. I'm
Listen,
like,
I can laugh at that because I do a similar thing.
oh,
I
Yeah.
can't handle it's either almonds or pecans. I don't know. But when I eat one of those things, I just feel like absolute trash for like an entire day and I feel like sick to my stomach all day.
Yeah,
And
you know what you
so
should do?
what?
Not eat those anymore.
Well, listen here. There's a local restaurant that makes cake using almonds and pecans, and they did a seasonal cake, and I think it was before I left for Scotland, but they had this seasonal cake and it was amazing, and I had 2 slices and I felt terrible, awful, horrible, but it
See,
was worth it. It was a
a-
delicious cake.
at least with me, I could at least say that I could stop eating ice cream. It's really easy. I just eat something else.
Ice
Like,
cream is
yeah, you gotta
terrible.
fill the
Like I'll have
Stacked
sherbet
white or
or
whatever.
something, or lemon ice or whatever. Like I don't need
Lemon
ice cream.
ice?
Yeah, never had Italian ice.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't. I
er,
don't think.
yeah, it's really good.
Is it just like
Defaultly, it's lemon. It's like sherbet, but it's just all lemon.
Sherbet is the fruit
sherbet?
thing, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
Is
awful
that just
too.
like crushed ice with like fruit juice or whatever in it?
kinda. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I mean, maybe we have lemon ice. I know we have like frozen lemonade or whatever up here that Tim Hortons has.
it's very similar, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, I have that. Like, I remember we had a cold snap last year, and there I am at Tim Hortons ordering a frozen lemonade. Lady looks
Hell
at me like I'm
yeah.
crazy and stupid, and I was like, "I'm listen. I don't want any of you like your hot chocolate or anything like that, because you hands me like 1,000-degree fucking cups. Just give me my frozen beverage." And then she hands it over to me, and just the simple exchange of going through the drive-through window to my hand, it froze solid. So it's sitting there, and I'm like, I'm driving, and this isn't a good thing. Please don't do this at home. While I'm driving, like driving wheel, like steering wheel in one hand, I'm bashing it on my center console to try and make it come
You
apart at least a little.
you absolute
Because I just want my goddamn drink.
you absolute bastard.
And then every once in a while, I bring it up and I get like a little bit because some broke and maybe a little bit melted because of the heat of my truck. And then I resume bashing until I get home, where I just like slowly suck on the straw and try to get anything out. And by the time I get any of it and it starts to melt, I've somehow already slurped all the lemon juice out of it, and now it's just like kind of crappy ice that's just doesn't taste as good as regular ice.
Oh, that's
And it's I go through like an entire emotional spectrum when that happens.
that
Apparently.
happens more than once?
Yeah, if anything, like just if it's a snap freeze and something just like freezes when they're handing it to me, or I leave something outside for too long.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen videos of some kind of like, construction worker or blue collar worker out in like Canada,
Hmm.
and it's just frozen wasteland, middle of winter. This man opens up his cooler with water inside, bottled water in a cooler, and it's liquid. He takes it out and it immediately freezes over. It's like, that is bullshit.
Yep, that happens.
Like,
And you
how
either
the
have to like
hell?
keep
I
it
mean, it
in
makes
your
sense
coat.
because coolers are insulated technically. So it's like,
Yeah.
how in the fuck is it is it warmer in the cooler?
Yeah, I remember I used to work on this one warehouse where we sometimes delivered food products, and they had a freezer and a cooler. On snap freezes, people would actually hide in the cooler to keep warm
Ni-
because it would
nice.
be -40 on the dock and then like +3. Like this is Celsius. This is Celsius. +3 degrees Celsius in the cooler. And they're like, "Oh, it's so warm in here. I can take my coat off."
So I'm just gonna Celsius versus Fahrenheit real quick.
Oh yeah, the Celsius versus Fahrenheit. I have that argument all the time with either Joey or Twisted Nun about just what it is.
Oh, it's fucking
Cause
cold.
I always get confused between the two. So Celsius being 0 is freezing.
Yes.
Yep, 0 is
Okay.
freezing. It makes sense.
Comparatively, the freezing point for Fahrenheit is 32 degrees.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chart right now. Because
Yeah.
for 3 months, I guess I was using Fahrenheit. Or wait, no. I was using.
You were
Celsius.
using Celsius, yes.
Oh.
Congratulations, you fucked up.
Of course I did. I just told you 5 seconds ago that I get the two confused.
Imagine getting them confused.
Imagine
nerd.
using Fahrenheit.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, but like 100. Huh.
Hmm?
I mean, I'm just looking at the chart right now.
At the chart that's going to be displayed for all the people watching the audio portion of the podcast. Got it.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm just looking at the chart. Anyways, I wanted to ask our guest a question.
Shoot.
What is it like? Because for those of you at home who don't know, PlungerHead has hosted a tournament before. So I wanted to ask, what's it like setting up a tournament and hosting it?
Um, setting up and setting up for it is pretty harsh because I mean you have to have all the dates and whatever. You have to also have it on it at a time people will show up. Like you can't just throw a tournament like it's Wednesday, crazy wacky tournament. Like no, you have to be able to have people show up to the thing. Something I didn't do that I definitely would do in the future is have incentive, like possibly a prize. Doesn't need to be much money, just have something there more than just pride because I mean, that's probably why. And
Yeah, there's no pride when it comes to Garfield Kart.
there is a lot. I have so much pride
I
for
mean,
the amount of people
people
I've
took
gotten
that
into that
tournament
game.
seriously. People took that.
Yeah,
I took
people
that
took
tournament
that.
seriously.
Yeah, people took that tournament very seriously, and God, it's been
I
like 6
chose
months since that
I
tournament.
chose I chose beer canoe over tournament.
And you
You
made
did,
a mistake.
and it's
No.
just like that. Also, have people have the slots made up beforehand and make sure everybody can make it. Because I think I originally had about 20 people signed up for the tournament, raring and ready to go on that Saturday, and 9 showed up. 9
I was one
contestants
of
showed
those
up.
9.
You were, and you had one of the best plays in the entire tournament. I think it's a clip on my Twitch channel or whatever. If people
It's
want to
not
go check it
about
out, it was
winning.
fucking
It's
amazing.
about ruining it for everyone else.
About sending a message, and you sent the message to that man.
I did.
Something else I recommend: don't. I made a compromise for somebody, and I shouldn't have, but yeah, you have to stand by your own rules and stay strong even when you come up against any sort of ruling complications or anything like that. And you have to be very clear because causing accidental drama and everything, it's just not great for anybody involved. Even the people around, it totally downs morale. I know there was a low point in the tournament for that, and then after it took like a good 10 minutes to get it back up and running proper.
I gotta
And
say, real quick, that's actually one of
mhm.
my biggest fears about just having like a community in general, but please go on.
Well, no, I'll let you go on because the I'm just kind of rambling on about things
Well, that's
regardless,
the
kind
point
of.
of the podcast. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
who'd have fucking thought?
Well, I want to let you guys talk as well.
you're
I
the
know I'm a
guest.
guest on here. I know I'm a
You're the
guest on here,
guest, you
but it is your guys'
shitter.
podcast and
It's okay. I'm
whatever.
trying to
But
wake up. It's fine.
that's good. Yes, super espresso, right?
Oh
Joey's
god,
gotta chug that espresso.
it's
Yeah.
horrible.
I gotta
It is
eat this chocolate
horrible.
bar.
Yeah, but also how you are with your community, how you interact with them is important. And this is not just a tournament organizing thing, it's also a content creator thing. Um say streaming versus YouTube, like Web, you have actually grown quite a following, but and you see a lot of the comments afterhand, right? Like or after a video goes live, maybe see like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
days later if a comment if see the comments section, see how it goes.
Yeah, I've had to, like, it's what you said earlier about having to be firm with the rules. I'm relatively lucky that I haven't had any major situation like that in the Discord where I've had to be like, all right, do I slam somebody into the wall because of their post? There were a couple of sketchy times where I was like, do I need to, like, interact here? Do I need to, like, put a stop to it? But I mean, I think that, my rules are very simple, like no explicit, like, pornographic content, and don't be an asshole to other people, you
Yeah,
know?
kind of just basic internet rules or whatever for interacting with other human people.
Yeah, exactly. It's like like for me, I treat the internet how I kind of treat real life interactions to some extent because
Hmm.
like when I was growing up, like the internet was like a anonymous wild west where it's just like, yeehaw, partner, you can do whatever the hell
I
you want, it
mean,
doesn't matter.
it still kind of is.
No, it's
It
not.
Hmm.
it's turning from like the wild west of Untamed
If
more
if you
closer
know
to
if you know
how.
where to go, homie.
Yeah, but it's kind of communities are growing in certain ways, and the internet's deteriorating in other ways, and
And everything's more
becoming more
connected
solid
as
in
well.
others. Yeah, everything is everything's more connected. Like,
You
I mean,
can't
before
have
this
a
podcast, we were talking about how the whole world is connected, about how Google, great trustworthy company. We love you.
Yeah, yes, Susan. Susan, thank you for being a regular viewer. I appreciate it. Absolutely
Yeah,
no Google slander going on in this podcast.
This
no,
is
I
no,
know
this is
you're.
nothing
this
like
I
is
know
that.
you're a
this
busy
is
woman.
where I
You can
ruin it.
turn. You can turn the podcast off now.
Yeah, you can turn the podcast off. Thanks for coming on by. We appreciate you. We love you.
And this
Um
is
minus
where I
two
say
reason.
bad things about Susan. Here we go. No, I'm
Minus
just
oh
two
kidding.
no.
reason with YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki.
Oh my god, please, Susan, hit us up or
No,
hit them up. Um
I'm
No,
good.
Plunger, you could be on the Susan episode.
absolutely. Oh my god, I'd love to meet her. Just to have met her.
Unironically, I would like to meet Susan, like all memes aside, but just to talk to somebody like that in the industry. But kind of circling back to what I was saying earlier, it's like I've had a few incidents in the Discord where I was like, do I need to do anything? And then I kind of look at it and it's like, the Discord's being weird as hell, but nobody's being rude to each other, and nobody's like nobody's being rude to each other, and nobody's like doing anything illegal, right? So it's like there was one of the incidents was when Jong, well, probably shouldn't say names, but they know who they are. Was
John
when
Doe.
John Doe. I was definitely not about to say somebody's name. John Doe and John
Yeah.
Doe. Uh, they were talking about LSD and how LSD is not real in the United States, and you're probably getting something else that's not LSD. And I was like, this is weird. And I don't understand it, but they're both like just having a normal well, not it's not a normal
Oh
conversation.
yeah, I remember this.
They're both just having like a
Yeah.
respectful conversation though, so I don't really
As
care.
as long as it doesn't turn negative or encourage people to do possibly harmful things to themselves or others, it usually
there's a
can pass
there's
by.
a fine line between encouraging someone to do LSD and then criticizing them for not getting LSD. Real LSD.
I find it that it's really like it's one of those situations like, well, they're not technically breaking TOS, but this is weird.
Yeah,
Right?
and
Like,
another moment was when they know who they are were trying to make a World of Horny conversion for World of Horror.
Oh
And
yeah, because something
oh,
truly horny.
yeah, they were basically trying to turn World of Horror into a horny game. And like here's the thing though, they weren't posting any porn and they weren't doing anything explicit. They were just like shooting ideas at each other. And it's like
oh, they were just uh
they
fuck
were
shit
just
posting.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were literally talking about the idea of doing it, and it's just like, well, it's not against the guidelines, so but this is still pretty weird.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird, but it's not like something that I have to send them to the Eldritch Swamp for, It's like it
Wow.
is what it is. But I like I said I was lucky on Discord, but I have not been so lucky on YouTube itself. There have been some periods of time where I've had to not well, I have had to delete a few comments before.
Oh no. Is it just
Yeah.
banhammer worthy words that were going on or hateful speech or
So a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. There
Damn.
was
okay.
there was a point a long time ago where I made a meme. Like, this is ancient stuff, right? Like, I don't know if anybody remembers it,
Yeah,
but
like
It's
episode
probably
100 of
before
World of Horror.
me, right?
no, like this is way before you. This is like the old
Yeah.
channel that doesn't really exist anymore.
Oh
Oh,
Um,
no.
this is before the Webweaver we know now. Ooh.
although Webweaver that you do know now has had to delete comments as well. But this is the worst time I ever had on YouTube. Do any of you remember the Cuphead tutorial controversy, quote unquote?
No, there
No.
was controversy.
So there was a guy who, and I'm not gonna say his name. I remember his name because I have brain worms and I remember it after all these years. But there was a guy who played Cuphead, and
Okay.
he was awful at it. Like, he was terrible at Cuphead. And
But
it took him like 10 minutes to beat the tutorial of Cuphead. I'm not even joking.
that's okay. That's
Like, he
nutty.
All right,
couldn't.
that seems like he picked up a game that he wouldn't be good at for funny, I guess.
Well, the thing that people like, this is such a, people took it seriously. I didn't, thank God. But
Right.
people took it so seriously because he was a games journalist.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But the
that
thing
makes
was,
sense.
he wasn't writing about the game. He was just demoing it, right? So there's no reason to be upset or mad. But people were really mad. And and so people made a bunch of memes about it. And I made a video that it went viral a little bit. It got like 8,000 views, I think. I
Holy
deleted it a
shit.
while ago. I mean, that's not the best video I've ever had. The best video I've ever had was 34,000 views, but that's besides the point.
How in the
My
fuck?
goodness.
I mean, I deleted those a long time ago because they were bad.
Deleted the popular videos because
Yeah,
I mean,
what a genius.
They were
well,
awful.
the thing is, popularity can
Who cares if they're
negativity.
awful?
But so I made a video basically, and
You
the
should
thing was
see my TikTok about awful videos. What are you talking about? Who cares if they're awful? Own it
the
up, man.
the the video that I made about it, like at how it was like a Cuphead thing, and it was basically a parody video. Well, it wasn't a parody video. It was his video, but with memes and jokes. But it wasn't mean spirited, right? Like, it was actually just a meme, and there were disclaimers in the description saying, "Hey, this is just a haha funny," right? Like, instead
Oh,
of getting
yeah.
mad at the guy for being bad at video game, you should be happy that he posted it on the internet and we can laugh at it, right? And I actually have it on somewhat good authority that the company that he worked for had seen my video and liked it.
Oh,
So-
oh my.
That's
So-
funny.
It was a meme making fun of the guy, but it was like, that's how like good spirited I think it is, right? I'm biased, obviously, but that's how good spirited I think it is, because the company saw it. Like, I posted about it and they
Mhm.
like loved my comment, right? Like the company, they loved my comment.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, so, and they even made a reference later in one of their articles that some people had made videos that were funny and in good spirit, and some people had made videos that were not funny and in like poor spirit, like mean spirited videos.
Yeah, poor sportsmanship.
Yeah. And so, like, I have it on authority that they at least didn't hate my video, and so I'm actually pretty like proud of that, because that was sort of like the meme phase where I was just like throwing things at the walls, and some of them were bad, some of them were good, and so I'm pretty happy about that. But the thing was, the comment section in that video, I had to delete so many comments because the guy who was playing the Cuphead tutorial, he was Asian. So
Oh no.
you can already imagine the cesspool that they were. Like, I think I had to delete about maybe 10 comments. Ugh.
Yeah, no. It's sad because how long ago was that? I don't mean to.
Well,
Try
it was
and
before
it was-
Cuphead came out. So
Oh, okay, so 2017.
yeah, like 2017.
Yeah, the internet was still. Yeah, the internet definitely. Like we claim that it's been, but it really didn't become as PC as it is now.
I mean, it's
until,
not
like,
even PC. It's just like
2020. Or
it's
like
just,
the fact that people are still making insults like that. Like people still do, but it isn't as common,
yeah. No, I
especially
agree
in
with that.
internet communities, because it's more understood for the troubles or whatever that people have to go through.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, that
Yeah.
that was a cesspit. That was the worst comment section I've ever had. And I've had a couple of other ones. Like there was a time where in one of the World of Horror videos, like episode like 30 or 50 or whatever, that I made
Mhm.
like I didn't even say anything political. I made a reference to a thing on Twitter that was referencing a political thing, right? So that's how disconnected it
Okay.
was. And then somebody started spamming every one of my videos. I had to ban them, and then I had to block keywords because they were spamming 2020 presidential slogans in all of my videos, like multiple times.
What, putting you for 2020?
No, no, they put like presidential candidates, like people who are running for president in 2020, and then
Oh.
they would make it a hashtag, then they would say somebody's name, then they would say 2020, and then they would call me like a fuckboy or something. And they did that on
Oh.
every video. They did that on like 40 videos. So I just like
You had
once
enough by that point, yeah.
once is
called you,
okay.
he called you a
But
fuck boy.
yeah, this World of Horror guy, fuck boy, god damn it.
It's true. It's
Bet they don't
true.
even drink Coca-Cola.
Oh fuck.
If only they could see you now.
But no, like so I had to block some keywords and stuff like that. But that like thankfully,
I
very good community.
I'm currently getting spammed. Not really spam, but every time I get you've got a new comment, and it's just like some bot, and
Oh
it's just
yeah.
like 8D404X hashtag Von.rent.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
I've got those. I have like 3von.rent comments or youtube.ong. That's another one.
Oh my. Yeah, no, spam bots are definitely a huge problem for any content creator, especially sadly the ones that are of a smaller size. Which it's hard to say that like any like either of you two is smaller size because I mean both of you are multiple times larger creators than I am, and it is quite a feat, I have to say. Getting even past 50 followers in anything is a goal, but to go even further beyond, it's uh quite inspiring actually.
I mean, don't put yourself down. You have
Oh,
150 followers on Twitch. That's crazy.
oh yeah. I'm not trying to put myself down, but I'm just saying like the followings like some people out there can be quite negative and say like, oh, you only have like you have under 1,000, you have under this and that. It's like no, like if you really think of how many people like 300 is, that could be like a stadium.
That's
Or
crazy.
yeah, like
Like
putting that into perspective is
that freaks
insane.
me out actually. Like I'll be 100% honest with you, that freaks me out like a lot.
Oh
Cuz
yeah, just
I mean, like I'm thinking about people I know in real life, right?
mhm.
I could probably like counting my family. I could probably name like 20 people, and that's about it. Right? Like if
Mm,
it, like in my real life, I should say. Like I know
yeah.
people on the internet more than 20, but what I'm like it's so weird cuz like I'll look at one of the more recent like the podcast, I'll take that as an example. 33 people watched it. That's literally like more people than I could name in real life. Like that's insane to me. Like that like people that I interact with. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's crazy to imagine the amount of people and all the supporting people there are because I imagine a lot of them like there are the silent ones which I really appreciate people who are like just tune in or whatever, have you on in the background or just come check it out, like don't leave a comment or anything. Yeah. I it feels great. And the people who interact, it's also amazing. Like you have to appreciate both sides of the spectrum in that
Oh yeah.
sense cuz at some points people could get in a negative perspective and think, "Oh man, I'm not getting much interaction. That must be negative." But you really look at it, it's like, "Oh, no, it's just some people are out there don't want to or whatever, and they keep the it's kind of an illusion you create when you meet a content creator because sometimes people get it in their mind like, oh, this person's like a friend, and other times they see you as uh I want to say as a public figure, such as like somebody you'd see on a commercial or whatever in many places,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
like
Or
your
on
local
TV.
newscaster or something.
Yeah, like they have some sort of relation to you, but they still like there's a separation.
But the thing is, you don't have a relationship with them, which is what makes it weird.
Well, it make well, yeah, and that's actually the difference between YouTube and Twitch because, or I'm sorry, not YouTube and Twitch, between live streaming and posted content, the interaction is there,
Yeah.
right? Like you are talking with the people, and I know your live streams, I mean, you live stream a game that I don't think you own. Um,
Yeah, that was a little bit weird. I don't know
yeah,
how
it's
I
kind of
pulled that
strange
one
how you
off.
do that. It's crazy. Like Final Fantasy 14, Webweaver doesn't own that.
I don't
Um,
even have the free trial
Okay,
installed.
what?
yeah.
All right, how did that joke start?
Joke?
Joke.
Shut
The mic cutoff was perfect. Shut it.
it. Just shut up.
It ain't a joke. It's real.
But what was I gonna say? You know, it's like I mean I gotta give a shout out to like the people who watch my videos because like I'm super lucky because I do have like a positive community. Like the
Yeah.
worst thing I ever had to deal with like on a regular basis was somebody saying that Fallout sucks, which is not at all a problem or hard to deal
And
with, right?
and also, I don't understand making that comment, right?
What
Hmm?
kind of comment?
Well,
YouTube.ong?
yeah, or no, making the comment like, "Oh, Fallout sucks. This thing sucks about that." It's like that's your
Well, it's that.
opinion, and
Yeah, it's their opinion. That is what. That's just what it is. It's
it's
just
just
their opinion.
making a statement like that. It's like, okay, I don't know what you're trying to get out of
I'm
this.
just
So
sitting here. But
yeah,
like no,
I
I
mean,
I
just
don't
don't
have a
understand what people are trying to get out of it or whatever. Like it's an opinion, but
I don't have a problem with it actually. Like I said
mm,
like the worst thing that I had to deal with is that and it's not even something that you have to deal with. It's just like it like that's why I'm so lucky. Is that like the worst thing that I've had to deal with is not a problem or anything to raise an eyebrow against, right? Like it's literally just somebody saying the game that you play is bad and like nothing negative towards you. Like that's like that like the fact that that's the worst thing like that's incredible, right? Like I'm
mhm.
incredibly lucky. And I genuinely appreciate that. So
yeah.
Yeah.
when I freaked
Yeah.
somebody out once.
If only I had the same thing.
You'll get there, Joey. You'll get there.
Yeah.
The
Oh my
one
goodness,
second of
second of sicko
sicko
mode.
mode.
I remember I had a stream a while back. Somebody, it was a viewer that had returned or whatever. They followed me back, like back. I want to say in March, and then they came back like like a month ago, and hopped into chat. And I was like, "Oh shit, hello there. How are you? Thanks for joining the stream." And they're like, "Oh, I already knew you." And I was like, "Oh, I
Oh,
apologize. I I did not know I betrayed you right there." But
Mm-mm.
then the same person went on about how I don't have some properly set up deluxe features on Twitch, like how some people have subscriber badges and this and that and have these overlay things. And I was like,
who
honestly, I
cares?
do not have the know-how to do that. Like I can look
Yeah.
into it, but it doesn't feel at the stage I'm at necessary, right?
Yeah, like it's. I mean,
I mean,
you don't need that stuff.
I'm lucky to have the overlay I have thanks to a partner of mine, but I just had no idea how to do any of that shit.
Exactly. And it's hard when you have to teach yourself because there are the videos like, "Oh, how to improve your your Twitch channel tenfold and get 7,000 followers. Like the video, comment, subscribe, get my Patreon." Like
That's
you
just a
could watch all
pyramid
those
scheme.
videos. Yeah, you could watch all of those, but
Yeah, so I gotta say,
it's hard to learn from things like that.
it's like calm down, J Station. It's all right.
Like
Got it.
I don't know how it is with Twitch, but the people who give
Mhm.
YouTube advice give you the worst advice I've ever heard in my life.
They really do.
Right? Like I remember like watching a video that was like it got like 10,000 likes or whatever. That's like when you're making a YouTube video, quality is better than quantity, which is literally categorically untrue. The YouTube
It
algorithm,
the algorithm values quantity.
yes, it values quantity literally more than
I
anything
th-
else.
I think what they mean by that is yes, the algorithm wants you to have quantity, even though me personally, the reason I only upload so many a week is because I don't want to oversaturate my stuff because I feel like what you're doing right now, Web, a video every day,
I'm
you
doing
have,
2
I
videos
think,
every day.
I feel like you have enough of a following, even if it's small comparatively, that a video or two a day is okay. With me, I'm barely getting anything. And it's like, well, maybe I should only do 3 a week.
Mm.
But
Well,
it's that and that, to be honest, I only have, I work
Yeah, the
I work almost
time
40 hours a week, so that
time
could
management
factor
is
it.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, time
That
management
being
and content creation is hard.
yeah, that being said, I know for a fact that I'm probably gonna stop doing Destiny videos because they are clearly the lowest viewed,
Mhm.
almost not viewed at all.
mm.
And
Yeah, it's
that's why I was debating on honestly switching the channel over to just pure horror, or at least the let's plays will be horror, and then like I'll have like a stream highlight weekly video or something like that, which that could be variety. I still might avoid Destiny. Then again, I don't really stream much Destiny, but
think
I just don't know.
kind of just what people who watch just stationary content are in for, because with Destiny and stuff like that, like you
That's
said, the
really, it's oversaturated.
well, I don't mean the saturation of it. I mean like how the content is taken. Because if you just watch somebody straight up full Destiny playthrough, I'm not sure
Well, what
what
I was
the
doing was
viewer is
just
getting
like,
out of it.
yeah, I was just
Totally.
doing weekly missions because that was the season. It was a seasonal weekly. But now we're
Mhm.
at a point where that's pretty much done until the next part comes out, which is not going to be for a while. And honestly, the next expansion isn't until February. So there's almost nothing I can do other than like the Halloween event right now, but I've already done a video or two on that. So it's like, all right, what the hell do I do for Wednesdays? And I had to upload a video late today because I woke up late because I
Hmm.
passed out early. As I was telling Web, I passed out early, woke up at 3 in the morning, passed out, woke up at 8, had to get up and get ready for work. And I worked, I was able to clock in 10 hours today.
Oh my.
Yeah, I worked 10 hours today. So, yeah. I posted a video late and it was a stream highlight, and I'm just curious. Um it's already gotten 3 views.
Nice.
Yeah,
More
highlights are
more than my Destiny, some of my Destiny videos would freaking get maybe 1 view after a day.
And Call of Cthulhu is a banger, dude. 9
Yeah,
views, 8 views.
yeah. I do have somebody watching it critiquing. Um
critiquing.
yes,
How
they
could
are
they
giving me
critique perfection that we are
shut
totally making this
up.
content?
Shut
Check
up.
out the Call of Cthulhu videos; they're pretty
And
radical.
we'll have one more every so far until it's done. Let's play videos every Tuesday and Thursday.
Hell yeah!
Um,
Like, I
if
mean, I
y'all,
think that you just like I would shill for quantity though. Like that's just my input.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, quantity. Well, it gets you out there more. It puts your name up.
it gets you out there more. But what I was saying before I went on my obvious rant is, I think what they're saying is if you actually have a when you actually have a following, you would probably want to do quality more, because that way you keep those people, you keep that following that you like pulled in with the quantity of your videos. And then you would convert everything to quality to show that, hey, I'm doing this for all of you and I'm doing this so you enjoy it a lot more. I think that's what they're trying to say. At least that's what I
Well,
think they're trying to say.
it's kind of
But
like when you subscribe to somebody, you keep on improving. Like the viewers notice you're improving and whatever, and kind of seeing the evolution of you and the content you create compared to the original quantity that you're putting out, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I would say that that's probably what my selling point has been, if I have a selling point, is that when I first started, right? Like if you go back to some of those Arc Noir videos, like they were chaos, right? Like
Yeah.
I have gotten so much better at speaking and commentary over the entire course of the World of Horror series. So my rants and my tangents and my anecdotes are getting better, and my ability to speak in coherent sentences has also been getting better as well. So it's like it's like I'm getting better at commentating, and that's what I think is keeping it going, because we've had a World of Horror content drought for almost like 190 plus days, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at a point, like when the new update came out, like each video was getting like 100 views because it was a new update and everybody wanted to see it, and I was the only one making videos about it. And after that kind of died down, the videos would get between 30 to 50 views, which is that's incredible. But the thing is, that's been maintained over almost 100. That's been let's say that after about like a couple of weeks, the episode, like the people start like not getting interested in the new update because they've all already played it.
Yeah.
I've maintained those viewership numbers for like, let's say 150 days, right? Plus. So like that's good, and that's like the views kind of dipped at one point, but then they've slowly been coming back up, and I think that's because my commentary has been getting better, and I've generally because I mean I'm good at the game. I think that
don't sweat it. I'm good at the game. Like I'm an expert. Like certified. Like the devs reached out to me. They gave me everything. They patted my shoulder. I'm good at the game.
The dev.
Devs. I want to believe there's a shadow dev out there. Somebody that's not taking credit for the game. Like, yes, I also worked on World of Horror. Will you ever take credit? No.
There's Panstash and then Faker Panstash.
Listen, Panstash isn't as bad as Yandere Dev, alright?
Oh no.
Oh, absolutely not. Like, although isn't Sim, isn't that finished?
I don't fucking know.
I'm pretty sure.
Why would I ever want to play it?
Update came out. I mean, I don't want to play it, but
oh yeah. Hopping back to that, I could notice. Well, just listening to the both of you, your commentary skills definitely are. I'm not putting myself down. I'm just pushing you guys up. Your guys'
I'll drag you up by the scruff.
Your guys' commentary skills are definitely more refined than mine or whatever. So.
I wouldn't really call mine refined, because I think it's just I have extra, like, people will laugh at me because I swear every 2 fucking seconds. And that's my main problem, is I swear all the damn time. And I generally don't know why.
I don't think that's the main reason people stick around for your content.
Well, I'm sure that isn't the main reason, but it's like
you give like good conversation. Like a lot of the time in the episodes we record, a lot of the conversation is kind of carried by you. Like
yeah, Joey's good at like I put it absolutely horribly in the first podcast episode, but I said that like Plunger's a great guest, and that Joey has great main, like, primary energy. And that sounds, like, absolutely weird. But that's why
it makes sense, because
what does that mean?
Energy. It's kind of like a host energy.
What is primary energy?
Like, this is the guy we keep around for the primary. We got the backup over there, but we want to keep this guy around.
Is that the same? Okay, I don't know if this is going to take it in a weird direction, but
this is -2 reason.
Is that the same as top energy?
Joey's got top energy.
I don't know what that means.
Don't worry, we'll teach you
like
when you're
top
older.
of the pyramid?
It's a sex thing.
Yeah, oh, damn it.
Oh, like
I'm not gonna lie to Web.
Like a dom thing?
Yes.
Yeah, like that.
Primary energy.
Well, no, but it's true though. Like, you're good at being like Yeah, like Joey, you're good at being the sort of rock is the wrong word, but when you're making content, you kind of need a base, a foundation, right? Like you need right, like I have weird content energy because I'm
Make weird content.
listen, you heard me speak. Okay, I speak weird.
I
So-
know, we've played
Speak
Depth
weird.
together.
So I have a strange way of talking, so I'm not a great like base or foundation. So, you know, Joey, you're like the everyman, all right? And that's what makes you good for like quote primary content energy.
I'm just
The
I just
people can
know
relate to you.
I just know from this point forward in my life, I am no longer gonna say I have top energy. I have primary energy.
You're the primary weapon. You're
It
the
becomes
assault
your
rifle.
Twitter bio.
But Plunger, am I wrong? Joey is the assault rifle. He's the he's the primary weapon.
Yeah, he is the primary. Man,
Lamau.
I don't like this because it makes somebody sound like secondary, and that's not true.
Listen,
But I
I'm
do
the gimmick
understand
Listen.
because Joey, you definitely do have host energy.
Listen, if
Meanwhile,
I learned anything from video games, swapping to your secondary weapon is faster than reloading.
Truth.
Switching to your
Just
pistol is
saying.
faster than reloading.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, there's
It
nothing
is.
wrong with like I have no problem with like the word of like secondary or implying the existence of a secondary, right? Like I have no problem with that. That doesn't to me
Mhm.
that doesn't mean better or worse. It means that like you know, it's like what Joey said, switching to web is faster than reloading. And by that I mean
Then
drinking
reloading the
espresso
Joey
coffee.
with the yeah, with the espresso coffee.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Hold on. That reminds me.
Oh
Oh, no.
god, gotta take
I
another
should.
sip.
I should. What's even grosser is just to kind of get the taste out of my mouth. I'm drinking the seltzer, and this stuff is generally good, but it's
Oh,
room
no.
temp, so it tastes even worse. So I'm drinking something that tastes bad and practically chasing it with something that tastes just as bad.
Lamau.
I am straight up torturing
Lamau.
myself right now.
I can't believe you've done this. Or yes, I can.
Yeah.
I remember what you said to Jester. You're not a content creator if you don't suffer for it.
Exactly. That's an artist must suffer for their work.
Please don't make it be that. I already suffered enough today.
Well, listen,
Poor
Plunger.
no slop.
This is technically like, if you want to get like technical in like the, what is it, like the rules, right? Like the written rules of the contract or whatever.
Oh,
It's-
of the contract of you must suffer for your content.
Yeah, this is technically like a collaborative content, but it's like -2. Okay, this sounds bad, okay, but it's like it's -2 reason with Joey and Webb, right? And so the
Yeah.
people who have to suffer for it are us. You are an innocent bystander who just stumbled into this chat.
Truth.
Like you don't have to you don't have to bleed for this. You
This
don't have to
is-
go to
I-
the
This is the
outer
random
entity
encounter
bowl.
you have walked into.
I have to say that's literally how we all like. I met the two of you though.
That's
Like,
true.
That's
a
true.
random
I bought-
encounter
That
at
is
1
that
in
is
the morning.
literally how we met. We met Plunger.
It was 4 in the morning for Joey.
It was like super late in the morning, super late or super early, whatever your definition is. Playing, unfortunately, Garfield Kart.
Furious
And-
Racing.
Yeah, to be clear. And then you invaded our
Yeah,
lobby,
Your lobby.
and then we found out this man is like top 3rd in the world. What the fuck?
and then
There's a leaderboard?
Yeah, no, that was crazy. Cause like, oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. Like I had bought Joey Garfield Kart, Furious Racing, because
Yeah,
we're very
can't
clear
believe you
and
wasted your money on that.
it was $4.
That's still like $4 more than I would have ever paid for that fucking game.
You didn't pay for it, so congratulations. You didn't pay
Saying.
$4 for
In
it.
theory.
In theory,
Web's YouTube
hypothetically,
money paid for it. God
I
damn
made
it.
11 cents from YouTube once.
Hell yeah.
But
Wait.
that was
What?
before they took my monetization away with the new policy. But
Oh, right, right. Because
yeah,
they
they
change their
changed it.
policy all the time, right?
So it used to be you just had to get verified and then they would let you do it. But now
Mm-hmm.
you have to have 5,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers to even
I
apply
mean,
for
you
it.
have the 5,000 hours of watch time. I know
Yes,
you
that
must
is
have
true.
that.
I've had that for a long time, but I'm still 700 subs off of getting
I
whatchamacallit.
mean, but I think you've grown even a fair bit since I've
Hint,
met you,
hint,
right?
viewers.
Yeah, hint, hint. This graph shows a percentage of you that are not
Oh my
subscribed.
god, I hate
Oh,
that.
oh no, no,
I
no, hold on.
fucking hate that joke.
I have
Oh,
ascended. No, I have ascended. You don't understand.
oh,
So I went on I'll do it right now, just again. But earlier today, I had saw a video that's like, only 12% of you guys are subscribed, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. So I went to mine and I looked at it, and you want to know what it said?
hmm.
Out of the people who watch who are subscribed, 49.5%. I
That's
am.
actually pretty decent.
That's incredible. I'm T-posing on all of these people.
I'm T-pose.
Yeah, an aggressive web T pose with his poster girl standing right beside him.
You're goddamn right. Look at this. Look at this. That's beautiful.
Mm,
That's
Mm,
incredible.
yeah.
hell yeah. I can see in your next YouTube video, half of the people who watch this aren't subscribed.
That's gonna make like I might do that for tomorrow's
If
episode, and then the context will drop on November 8th. That'll be
True.
hilarious.
Oh
I'm
my
just
god.
doing a bit.
If we're dating this back, by the way, like so when we're recording this, I just finished a stream where I lost the Pokemon, so
Oh no, was it heck lol?
no, it was a Rattata I just caught.
Oh no.
Beige Garfield. Yeah, I
Incredible.
accidentally walked into a trader battle that I was severely underleveled for. They had level 17s, I had level 10s,
Ooh.
and through lots of work, it only cost me one Pokemon. Check that out on the PlungerHead channel. Shill, shill,
Your
shill.
YouTube and Twitch will be linked in the description.
Oh my goodness, you're
yeah, you
Now,
too
should do the
kind,
same
Will.
thing for me.
I
Even though
did.
you, yeah, you only posted the one last time.
Well, for
You
the podcast,
best.
you have like 3 or 4 links in the description, and you're at the top. But for this episode, PlungerHead will be at the top.
no,
So
no.
Why do
Put
I
me at the
have?
bot.
What?
Put me at
Wait.
the bottom. Always the one with the what was it?
Why do I
Fucking
have so many links? It should just be 2.
no, because you
okay,
got a Twitter.
Don't.
okay, follow Joey on youtube.com channel/UC2A
Yeah, whatever. The YouTube link, whatever. All right, shut up.
twitch.tv
He's posting it on the
/Joey
stream right
Hazard,
now.
and then twitter.com/Joey Hazard.
You don't have to post on Twitter. I already do that on my stuff.
I am posting the Twitter, and then for
We're
me, I
posting
only
the Twitter. We need to hear Joey's rants on Twitter. That'll get him canceled.
exactly. We have to
I
find out.
almost did.
We
Oh
have, we
my!
have
Oh no!
Oh yeah,
Not
you
literally.
got into an argument with somebody.
I
Didn't
got into a
you?
mini argument about COVID. That's all it was.
No,
Oh,
inverse
no!
ghosting. You can't say that. Inverse ghosting.
Wait,
Yeah.
is that a thing?
Well,
Like, I thought they
YouTube
got
gets a
rid of
little
that.
sore about it.
Oh,
I mean,
thought YouTube finally like loosened up about it after 2 years of it.
No, not really.
Oh, sad
But
day.
the
what
Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
they
Absolutely. There's your clip there, by the way, to put over the word.
But no, I call it inverse ghosting because the technical name for inverse ghosting is Corona.
Oh.
So
It's stupid.
I've just always called it that. Hey, it's not stupid. It's somewhat clever.
It's I don't know. I have mainly tried to stay away from saying those words or whatever on my 2 pieces of media I have. I'm
It's too late for
planning on
us
making a
now.
Twitter.
So you
Yeah,
can say it here. It's already too late. But
yeah, but I plan on making a Twitter, but all I have is Twitch, my Twitch, YouTube, and Discord.
yeah. I have a Twitter for commissioning art, and it means that I can never show my Twitter on stream ever because there's just
Oh?
like the artists that I follow just retweet like I mean the episode's already cursed, so I'll just say it. They retweet a lot
Mhm.
of anime titty, okay?
Yeah, I
Hell
do the
yeah.
same thing. And to be fair, it's like, should I follow them? It's like, does it really matter who I follow? Like, I don't retweet half their
Twitter
crap anyway.
cares who you follow, but I don't.
Some people do. I know. Recently there was a bit of a drama in something I was in. Can't go too much into it, but through a deep dive, somebody kind of got axed from something, like something else I'm a part of, and who
Uh,
boy, it was
well,
it was
the way I
messy.
see it is I don't like a lot. Like I follow, but I don't like a lot of the posts in case they come up because they could see, your followers could see who you like, and it's like,
Mm,
yeah, you can probably see who I follow if you go into my deep into
following.
my stuff.
It's
But in all
very
reality,
easy to see
it's
who you
very easy.
follow because I
But
just
I
go to
also
Joey
don't.
Hazard and click following.
Yeah, I also don't want to unfollow them just for the simple fact that if I start getting a follow base, who cares that I follow a potential hentai artist when I'm just supporting? Hey, the stuff looks dope. Who cares?
I mean, listen, Joey, I
Maybe that's just me,
I
but
follow
like I
some of those
just
people too because I want to commission them, safe for work stuff, but still.
yeah. I don't know. Is it a really big deal that I have them followed?
No, it's not a big deal at all. Twitter is
Okay.
insane, right?
All
Like,
right.
I mean, listen, like you can follow who you want, and what's
Yeah.
crazy to me is that I click follow because it's like I either want to commission art from somebody or like that's basically it. Like the only people who I follow who aren't artists on Twitter
Mhm.
is out of context Toho, a VTuber who went into limbo immediately and she's like never come back ever again. And then Green Stuff World, uh,
Oh,
Pan Stash, and then Garfield, Michael Rosen, and you, Joey.
yeah. I'm
Oh wow.
sorry that you have to follow
Um,
me.
yeah, talk about NSFW artists that
Oh, I was gonna say, was it bad that I said
yeah.
that word?
No, not at
No,
all. It's
I
fine.
don't
The
know.
episode's already
I don't
ruined.
know, but NSFW
Oh,
artists
well, now
that
I feel bad.
people
You can censor it if you want.
commission others stuff from. I actually have a friend of mine that's going to become a VTuber, and they commissioned an NSFW artist to make their model
I mean,
I
with the live 2D, so they'll look similar to that one big YouTube group.
well, that's dope. I
Yeah.
really want to get a mascot commission, but I don't know who to go through. Two, it's
the
just
person
money.
that I linked you, Joey, $50, good customer service.
I don't know if I like their style though.
That is
Also,
another thing.
Plunger,
Art style.
if you can believe it, my mascot character was also designed by an NSFW artist.
Oh, I believe it
I
because
can't believe. I don't know if you
NSFW
can
artists
imagine.
are actually amazing at autonomy. Like it, well, for reasons they know, but they are amazing at just drawing people.
And I mean, I like the art style because it's very like it's not too stylized, but she still looks great. You know what I mean? A lot of personality.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know. Me personally, maybe I'm just like indecisive, and I don't know if I'd say picky, just more indecisive. Because I'm not saying the one you have is bad. It's more, it's like, is that what
It's
I
not
would
your
want?
style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's fair.
I wouldn't really know who to go to, and there's a bunch. What the hell is this?
and some styles they look similar where you can't notice the difference until you look really closely. I
Yeah.
know. Looking at other VTubers, there's a lot of them that I see. Like, I see them, they look very similar, and then I look close, I'm like, "Oh, I actually don't like that about their model, I don't like this, I don't like, that's a negative like, probably a bad way to look at it, but there's just some art that
A half glass empty kind of guy.
yeah, the half glass half empty, grass greener on the other side type thing or whatever.
Yeah,
Good
like
news is this person, although they literally just their thing says closed, so I'll just have to wait. But kind of like this art, Valbun. I will post their stuff in the
In the
memes.
Discord, in the
and you
memes.
know what's also crazy is when you go like when you commission somebody and they're used to drawing like NSFW stuff, and you're like, yeah, I want something safe for work. They're like, what the fuck? That I can do that? I can get paid for that?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, because ooh, okay, this person got a kind of a Scott Pilgrim thing going. Hell yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
and it's got a punk look, and I like the mascot character would be at least definitely a punk style.
Punky.
Yo,
I don't
that's
know if
Hell
cool.
yeah.
the one of two things I either want is there's the one I said before was the punk radioactive slime girl
Absolutely. We
or
live for it.
a punk witch.
But why not both though?
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if it would look as good if it was both.
Are you
I
are you
could.
telling me like a slime girl as a witch would not be like the
It
goat?
might be interesting looking, but I wouldn't know.
Also, that
And then
Sanji is
that's
great. I like
yeah
that a
no
lot.
it's I really like the Sanji they drew. Um,
That
Now
gets
Hell
I
really
yeah.
wanna
sweet.
I wanna point out my other problem is like let's say I like this person's style, like that's really dope. If I don't like how it comes out, I would feel bad and telling them I'm not a fan. I would obviously still pay for it, but it's like now I just paid for something I don't really like.
Well, with the artists or whatever, when you commission, there's always a lot of back and forth. Like, hey,
Yeah,
do I
yeah,
like
yeah.
this? Do I not
I'm
like
sure
that?
there is. I'm just I don't know.
They
I don't
give
know.
you like
Never done it
most
before.
like the artist that I commission for my thumbnails, Bunny Bones. She goes above and beyond in this stuff to make sure that you're happy with it, right? Like what
Hmm.
she does is like when I ask for a thumbnail, right? She'll doodle like 3 or 4 different thumbnails from my like description and references, and she'll be like, "All right, which one do I do?" And or do you want to mix and match different elements? And then I'll be like, "I like A" or "I like B," and then she knows which one she should draw, and that's like triple S tier customer service right there. Like that's incredible.
Exactly. And a lot of artists are like that, and they want to be like that because just like you, they want to make something that you and they are going to be proud of. Like
Hmm.
you get some
Yeah.
snobby people like, "I made what you want. What do you want from me?" And it's like, "Well, I want what I paid you for." Um,
I've
but yeah,
only
and
had
it
one weird experience with an artist,
oh, a different
and
artist than Bunny or
oh
whatever,
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah. Bunny's great. Bunny's the goat for sure. But
goaded.
exactly. So
Hashtag follow Bunny. Um,
the link to her Twitter will be in the description down below.
God damn it.
the link
It never
section of
ends.
this video is just gonna be a mile long.
But there was an artist I commissioned a while back, and they had a really like nice, simple art style, and they
Mhm.
got me what I like. In the end, I got what I paid for. But they were an NSFW artist, and I was like, "Hey, do you do safe for work art?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "All right, can I have a safe for work art of Morn?" And he's like, or they, I don't know if they're a guy or a girl, but
Yeah,
they're like,
they.
"Yeah,
We
sure."
know what you mean.
And so I pay for it, and then I get the doodle back, and it looks fine. And I'm like, all right, you can go ahead and finish it. And then they finish it, and it's like, hey, wait a minute. That's not safe for work. That is the exact opposite of that. And so I'm
Oh.
like, hey, this is not what I paid for when I this is not what I paid
Mhm.
for. Can she have a shirt on, please? And then he's like, or then they're like, oh, yeah, sure. And then I got what I wanted in the end. So
Yeah, some people, it's just a miscommunication, or just maybe they forgot and they just got into the groove of it.
yeah,
That's why you have to be pretty specific with your orders when with
I
stuff like
was
that.
very
You have to be
specific.
kind of assertive.
I was very
Oh, I
specific,
know you
but
were very specific, but they probably just forgot or whatever.
I think they were using Google Translate.
Okay.
But no, I like the final product.
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
resend it to me, I guess I could ask them
I
and
know I've
double check their stuff.
something I've been looking into for a while is, you know how I had used Harry from Garfield Kart Furious Racing
Yeah.
with a plunger on his head or with a Pokemon hat like I am right now.
But you also have your own. Like, you have your own guy. Like, is that supposed to be...
I have my own guy, but that's supposed to be me, and I'm
Yeah.
not sure I want that as like a mascot. I'm flip floppy. I kind of just want to use kind of customize Harry a bit more and just make him mine
Original
in
character, do
some
not
way.
steal.
Yeah, original character, do not steal. But it just feels weird approaching an artist. Hey, make this, but in your art, and don't worry, it's totally mine. But you know, it's kind of weird like that. Or I don't know, maybe I'm dubious or whatever, but
It's weird, but like, think about, like, especially if they're an NSFW commission artist, like, think about what they must get
they're
asked,
not gonna
right?
draw Harry with NSFW.
No,
If they
well,
did,
no, what
I
I
would
mean-
be impressed.
Well, what I mean is that, like, if you're commissioning an artist on Twitter, right? And
Yeah.
they're, especially if they're an NSFW artist, and you're like, hey, draw me a cat with a plunger on its head and, like, different colored eyes.
Yeah.
Do you really think they're gonna be like, wow, what a weirdo? No, they're gonna be like, all right, cool. You know, it's
Well,
like...
no, I'm thinking less of like, oh, this is a weird thing to draw, and more of like, oh, this is Jim Davis's character.
Oh, okay.
Why are you using this for yourself? I'm like, well, I'm unoriginal, thank you.
Damn.
But then I see people like with big followings like, oh yeah, this is like basically a Squirtle as my profile pic, and I'm like, well, I don't feel as bad anymore.
Well, I mean,
All of the guilt has gone away.
out of the examples of people who I actually watch, there's the guy who used to do League of Legends videos, but now he does Warhammer stuff, the Magikarp guy, right?
Oh,
Like-
Magikarp used to play.
Yeah, like his entire online identity for a long time
Changed.
was...
Straight up changed, yeah.
Well, I mean, when he first started, like, his entire online identity, and his name still to this day is Magikarp Use Fly,
Mhm.
right? So he's using a freaking Nintendo character as essentially his online identity, so I'm pretty sure you could get away with Harry from Garfield Kart.
Yeah, I just need to maybe stop using the model and get something commissioned. I don't know, but have to find, like you guys are saying, somebody with the art style I'd prefer or whatever and whatnot. But that's a whole other investment or
Yeah.
of time.
Yeah. Speaking of time, we are at... Now this is up to you. We can keep going. I don't give a damn.
Well, we have to keep going because we have to do Am I the Asshole?
Oh, we do? Yes. What time do you have? I think I have a minute 25.
I have 1 hour and 30 seconds.
Well, I meant
Or
to say
30
an hour,
minutes.
yes.
1 hour and 30 minutes. I have 1 hour and 30 minutes.
I have a minute 35 seconds recorded. I hope you're all right.
Technically, I do have 2 recordings. Somehow, like a minute and whatever passed, but then I look over at OBS and the recording button wasn't on. I'm like, I know I hit it.
Oh.
So I pressed it again. It showed the 1 minute and 30-second timer, and then it turned off and then reset to 0. I'm like, you piece of shit.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so, like, I mean, honestly, I'm having a lot of fun, so I'm thinking extra long episode, but it's entirely up to y'all. 100%.
You said long.
It is however you feel.
But
Yeah, somebody
before
with this priority energy over here.
priority energy.
God damn it. No, it's priority energy.
This is
Primary
character
priority
development.
energy, Joey Hazard. Oh, God.
Listen, Joey, you have to get a mascot character for the sole purpose of right now on screen. You've got Morn and Harry hanging out. We need a Joey Hazard mascot character to hang out.
I gave you a flag.
No, do not. No, stop.
The flag is too big. Like
the flag's
Ridley,
too
the
big.
flag is too big.
Thank
Ripley.
God.
Is it Ridley or Ripley?
Here.
I can't remember. The dragon thing from Metroid.
Oh,
Ridley.
Ridley.
yeah, who's too big for Smash? Ridley.
Yeah, Ridley. Ripley is the people who made Believe It or Not, right? Ripley's Believe It or Not. The books that are like, believe it or not, this person broke this like it's like Guinness Book of World Records, but
Well,
it's just weird shit.
Oh.
Well, Ripley was also from the movie Alien.
Ah,
The aliens.
yeah,
I don't know,
yeah. No,
I just
Alien, I
remember
get it,
going
yeah.
to like book fairs as a kid and seeing those Ripley's. Believe it or not, this person like broke all their bones or something, and now they function properly. And I'm like, whoa, that's rad! I'm in second grade.
That's just that breaking all your bones and then functioning properly is just that guy from Durara. The
Oh,
blonde
no.
guy with the bartender
Da-da-da-da-da.
suit. Have you guys ever watched Durara?
I have not.
Yes, I
It's
think.
great. It's a show about basically psychopaths who live in a Japanese city, and the most normal person in the city is a Dullahan who rides around on a motorcycle that is
Yeah,
actually a horse.
Mm.
yeah.
And it is one of the most unique shows I've ever seen because it doesn't have like a protagonist. It doesn't have like
Oh, it's
every
kind of like
It's
a.
it's more of a chaotic slice of life.
Yeah, because every episode has a narrator who is one of the characters, and then every episode features like a different, like, it's this massive, it goes on for like
It's
4 seasons.
kind of like an anthology series, kind of like that, right?
Well,
Of just
no, because it's a connected world, and all the characters have relationships with each other, and there's so many plot lines going on at the same time. And my favorite thing about it is like you you've got multiple gang wars, like gangs run by like high schoolers. Then you have the Yakuza. Then you have the Dullahan trying to find her decapitated head because it was stolen from her. And then you have the illegal doctor and his underground doctor trade. And then you have the debt collector, who is the blonde guy I mentioned before, who wears a bartender suit, who he has like this weird ability to where anytime he exerts strength, all of his bones break and then they reform to be stronger and to make him just in general stronger. And
okay.
that's been happening
I
since he was a kid.
yeah,
s-
I think
There's a part of the show where
isn't
he
there a
tries to.
scene? Isn't there a scene where he like straight up tosses a fridge at a motherfucker?
Well, okay, so he got into his brother, who is an emotionless asshole who somehow becomes like one of the world's hottest celebrities. Went into the
Hmm.
fridge when he was a kid and ate his pudding. And so naturally the reaction is to pick up the fridge and try to hit your brother with it. But
Oh,
he lifts up the
Yeah, that
fridge
sounds about right.
and then all of his bones break and then the fridge falls on top of him. But
Well, no, I'm also thinking of a scene like some guys are
he
trying to
throws
escape or
vending
something.
machines.
Yeah, it was a vending machine. Yeah, like some guys are trying to get away in a car or something, and he just straight up yeets something at them. And I thought it was a fridge. He yeets something at them, and just they crash. And it's just like this. What the fuck? What is this?
It's beautiful. And like there's so many other storylines. Like his storyline of being a debt collector is that he is just a debt collector and he goes around the city beating up people who like he doesn't beat people up without reason, right? Like he will defend himself, but and if somebody attacks him, he will punch them so hard they go through like 4 walls. But
As you do.
as
a
you
normal
do.
person.
And then there's also like there's so many storylines. Like it just keeps getting more and more insane as the show goes on. There's a storyline about the Russian mafia running a sushi store and how the Russians want to kill
Accurate.
people, but the thing is like the Russian mob comes into this city and they get absolutely destroyed by all the crazy weirdos. Right? Like that aforementioned blonde bartender debt collector guy. He is being shot at by a Russian assassin, and she's just thinking to herself, where the hell can I shoot this guy that will make him stop moving? I tried to stab him, and my knife shattered. Right? Like that.
Huh.
It's great.
The power of anime, my dude.
There's also a storyline about a demon sword that possesses people and turns you into like a zombie.
Insert Warhammer 40k demon sword.
True. But like there's so many good scenes
if
from
I'm not
that show.
mistaken, there's a Grey Knight that has that sword.
Yeah, Castellan Crow. And he can't
Yeah.
use the sword to its full potential, because if he did, he would fall to chaos. So he just uses it to, like, you fool, I had to use
Web,
1% of my power.
they're Grey Knights. They don't fall to chaos.
But this is, like, literally a demon sword, though.
Web, they don't fall to chaos.
I have
Shut
to
up,
kill
Costello.
chaos.
Do you want to be listen? There's an exterminatus button. Do you want that pressed? No.
Yes.
Shut up.
My favorite thing is that the Grey Knights are, like, the secretive, like, Space Marine society, and if you find out about them, you have to either be killed or have your memory wiped. And in the fucking Dawn of War 2 game, the Grey Knights have a voice line. We are the Grey Knights, the sons of Titan, the moon around blah blah blah, and we are here to kill the daemon.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so time for Am I the Asshole? Have we delayed long enough?
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, watch Durara, it's great. There's a part where the guy... There's a part where the guy picks up a motorcycle and beats a Yakuza member with it. It's great.
Yo, I love Yakuza 0.
Yo, link to Durara.
You're goddamn right.
Kiss Anime.
Oh,
No,
that's not a website anymore.
I know.
Just there's words in the description that's like Kiss Anime /Durara. Just at the very bottom. But okay. So, Plunger, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but on the podcast, we typically only do one story, but I found two that were too good. So we have to do both. We typically do one Am I the Asshole story, and Joey and I will decide whether or not the person involved is the asshole or not. Are you familiar with the Reddit I Am the Asshole?
No, but the concept seems alright.
Okay,
understandable.
So basically, someone writes a story about what happened in their life, and if they are the asshole or the person in the story besides them is the asshole, basically. So you have three things that you can do. You can call OP an asshole, you can say that everybody sucks, or you can say that OP is not the asshole.
Okay.
So I have two here for you. I'll give you a little teaser and we can decide which one to do first. One of them is family tradition gone wrong. And then other is presumably two rich people arguing about living conditions.
Let's go with family traditions for 500.
All right. This is the best title, by the way, I've ever heard. Like, the titles are so good, but the stories are often awful. And so you have to find a title that's good and then the stories that's good. So I've pre-read both of these, and I think they're adequate.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for putting Christmas decorations up early?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn!
I mean, you got to the meat of it. No. It's fucking October, you dick.
It's November now, but...
I, 24, male, have a family tradition where around late October, we put our Christmas decorations. We put up our Christmas decorations. We have a 5-foot-tall fake tree that is pre-lit, and a few more decorations. We also put up our Christmas lights around the trees outside. My dad's family started this tradition when he was a kid, and he continued it. I think the tradition is great, and it brings the family together. I hope to pass the tradition on to my family someday. A few friends and family asked questions and wondered why we put Christmas decorations out early. I have been seeing my current girlfriend, 23 female, for about 4 months. She hasn't met my family yet since she lives in another state. She texted me saying that she wanted to come and visit and meet my family. I did tell her about the tradition, and she seemed to have no issue. I was quite excited, and we planned for her to stay for 4 days. When I brought her over to the house, she looked at the trees with the lights and asked if they were fall lights. I told her no, that they were Christmas lights. She made a joke saying, "What's next, a Christmas tree and decorations?" When she walked in the door, she saw the tree and the decorations. She burst out in laughter and called my family crazy for putting decorations up in October. My father was about to introduce himself when he saw her laughing and making fun of the tradition. I tried to make things unawkward, but I knew the damage was already done. I told my girlfriend that she was completely out of line and ruined the weekend. She claims that the tradition is weird and thinks I'm rude for telling her to leave. She stayed for one night and left in the morning. I have not responded back to her text or calls. Am I the asshole?
Yeah. Like, I,
This is a bit of a complexity thing, because also she was like kind of rude to
She
just
was
like
even warned beforehand.
mean,
she had been warned, but also like you show up, you're like, oh, in October, oh shit, you guys have your lights up. That's kind of
I
like
just feel
you
like
make a
she was
comment.
joking, though.
Yeah, if she was joking or whatever, like if she said it in a joking tone, I'd say he's the asshole. But if she was saying it in like or if she was saying it in a serious tone, like no, this like if she was like no, this is fucking stupid. Why are you doing this? Then he's not the asshole. It's like fucking everybody's the asshole.
So
I
you're
think
gonna
the
go with
problem-
everyone sucks?
Everyone does. Like the dad didn't introduce himself, right? Because he heard
The
that
dad
she was
sucks.
I think what the problem is in this situation is that okay, and I feel like most of these are like this. Like, unless it's like clear, blatantly obvious, the person writing the post could have taken it the wrong way.
Oh yeah,
Because
of
it
course.
sounds like she might have just been joking, and I'm sure they could have easily taken a joke as a normal person should. They could have easily explained, "Hey, it's just a tradition." I mean, he says he warned her, but it's like, did he go into full detail of, "Hey, this is a tradition, you know, my dad's been
like
doing it
that.
has
It's
as
a
a
tradition
kid."
for your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like maybe it would have been okay. So I don't know.
I mean, I think with these we just have to take them at face value because we weren't there and
Which-
we
Well,
don't
the face
sucks,
value
yeah.
is he is an asshole because he took a joke too literally and said "get out."
I
Yeah,
do appreciate I did tell her about the tradition and she had no issue. Right? Like that to me
Yeah,
is the
because
wrench.
that's also something for like they told something a while back. Like somebody tells you like, "Oh yeah, my dad only has 3 toes." You're still gonna like when you see the only 3 toes, like
Yeah,
you're
I
still gonna
guess.
go like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
You're still gonna go, I didn't know I was playing Fallout.
Yeah, exactly.
Which that's a pretty messed up thing I just said, but you know, it's a -2 reason for a reason.
Exactly.
We get a little spicy here. If the previous conversation about NSFW Twitter art didn't also already tell you that. But so at face value, you're gonna say asshole. The both of you.
I think everyone's the asshole in that
maybe
situation.
everyone's the asshole.
I'm copping out.
What I love is just at the very end, it's like, I have not responded back to her texts or calls.
Yeah, that's what makes
okay,
him the asshole.
That you know what?
He was an asshole in the moments, but he is a persisting asshole.
Like,
Yeah,
I just love that.
Maybe I have to just stand firm and say, yeah, no, maybe he's kind of a d-bag.
Because I just love the ending so much, because it's it's like, she made fun of my family tradition, so I have not responded to her. Now, I want to know...
Did it say how long the relationship was, or just like, I had this girl?
I have been seeing my current girlfriend for about 4 months.
I haven't seen her for 4 months, so this is saying that the relationship must have been fairly strong for at least 6 months, I'm guessing.
Well, no, I think
And-
it was a long-term relationship for 4 months, and this was the first time meeting the family. Because let me read it again. Like, it isn't
Okay.
entirely clear, but it says, and I quote, I have been seeing my current girlfriend for about 4 months. She hasn't met my family yet
Okay.
because she lives in another state.
So they've known each other for 4 months. It's still, like, there still are surprises you could throw at each other within 4 months. And you just
Yeah.
have to... Man, it's either between him or everyone. Like, she is not fully to blame here.
By the way that both of you reacted from the title, just calling him an asshole
Oh
right off
yeah,
the
well
bat,
yeah. I mean,
she's apparently like got the based tag. Like her first
oof.
reaction is just to laugh.
Because it is like it's fine that it's a tradition, but it's generally the joke. The reason it's such a joke and probably such a meme is that every year it seems like the holidays, when it comes around the holiday season, and the holiday season starts with October because it is literally the start of a string of like holidays. You have
Yeah.
Halloween, you have Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter. The holiday season, I know a lot
You
of people say
you
it's.
forgot Thanksgiving.
I did say
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
You said it in the wrong order because your country does it weird.
Shut up.
Thanksgiving
Sorry,
gang.
Mr. fucking Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. buys milk in bags.
Yeah, what a
That's
fucking loser.
only in Manitoba and up north.
What a fucking loser.
And maybe
That being
Saskatchewan.
said, and I know a lot of people say the holiday season technically like ends around the New Year's, but like if you really think about it, the holiday season is a huge chunk of like what you would define a holiday season is a huge chunk of our timeline because from October it goes Halloween, you have then Thanksgiving, then you have
Black
Christmas.
Friday.
No, whatever. That's not a
Yeah,
holiday.
Black Friday
Is not. That is not a holiday. That is just.
100%. Nowadays it is.
That is.
Am
People
I the
die
corpo?
for that holiday.
That is
Joey.
literally capitalism gone wrong.
I'm the corpo.
All holidays are capitalism gone wrong.
This is purge. It doesn't count. It's not a holiday unless I get the day off of work. It is not a holiday. That being said, and I can count Halloween because Halloween's on a weekend. I don't work that day. So we have so once again, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. And a lot of people say that's where the holiday season ends. But think about it. You have the next few months, you have St. Valentine's Day. You have, St. Patrick's Day. You have
Easter.
And then Easter.
Valentine's Day is holiday season adjacent. I refuse to call Valentine's Day a part of the holiday season.
Fine,
That's too
fine.
far.
In
No, that's
2019,
totally
it was
fair.
a holiday because Sonic came out on it.
Shut up. I like you said, I said, I totally get that because a lot of people think the holiday season just starts with October and ends in December and January. That totally makes sense. But to me, it's like if you really think about it, there's a huge chunk of time, all the way from October to April, is when like a lot of holidays are, and it's just like once a month. And sometimes Easter changes. Sometimes Easter is either on March or in April.
They're still trying to figure out.
Easter's fucking weird. Well, because it follows like the solstice or whatever calendar it is.
Something like that.
It's what I don't know the actual terminology, but it follows a certain path, and that's why it either ends up on a Sunday in March or a Sunday in April.
Are you ready to freak out?
Yeah, are we going to talk about the next one?
I only really celebrate Thanksgiving and the New Year's.
I mean, depends how oriented you are with family and traditions like that. And Joey has left. Well, I guess we're doing the last one ourselves.
I'm happy to announce my
What do
new
you
co-host for
mean?
minus 2 reason PlungerHead.
Mean? Do you not celebrate Christmas?
I mean, okay, listen, I do celebrate Christmas to some extent, but I don't really celebrate Christmas. Like, it's not a religious thing, right? Like, I don't have any objection to Christmas.
I wouldn't assume that, no.
Dude, I was the kid that thought Santa and Jesus were the same guy, alright? Gonna be honest. That's how uninformed I was about Christianity.
That is amazing.
But, no, I just, like, I mean, I can't think of, like, maybe the last time I really celebrated Christmas was, like, 3 or 4 years ago. Like, I mean, it's just another day, you know? Like, does that... Am I the asshole?
The days... When you're older, it seems like the holidays look more manufactured, and if you don't have a close bond with people who
It
are
it, it does.
very festive, it kind of withers away.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really celebrate my birthday that much anymore as well.
Fucking, I
Yeah.
take a week off for that shit.
Nice.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, I definitely know the hey, yeah, you got no one to share it with. Oh, I know, it's fine. It's been single for almost a year. Anyway,
That's what Valentine's Day is for, damn it.
yeah, all right.
I don't celebrate Valentine's Day either. Like
Well, no, I
That's
celebrate by going to a movie by myself.
wow, that's kind
Yeah, and it's usually a comedy I go to about. Well, last time I went to a movie on Valentine's Day was for a real zinger of a movie, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh
Hell yeah,
hell
Idris
yeah.
Elba. Hell yeah. It's also actually Valentine's Day is the day of my one buddy's birthday, so he just acts it off.
Nice,
of
nice.
Yeah.
literally received chocolate from Ryuji moment.
Hey, Ryuji's a good boy. How dare you?
That's the best. I love it. Atlas, let me have this. All right, all
Atlas.
right, all right, all right, all right. What's the next?
Atlas, thanks for watching the podcast, by the way.
What's the next? I'm the asshole.
Okay, this one has a boring title, but it
Okay.
gets fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for telling my ex he would have to cook and clean if he wanted to live with me after our baby is born?
Okay.
Now, I swear to you, this gets good. So and they'll just casually drop like details that are just like, hold up, you probably should have elaborated on that a bit. It's not very well written, but it's hilarious. So my ex has never had to cook or clean for himself. He's always had someone else to do it for him. I know he can at least cook one dish though, since he did during one of our previous dates. Right now, I'm 6 months, and my ex wants us to live together for the first year of our son's life. I agreed because he had a good argument, and I know I'm going to be glad for the help. Things were fine until he told me he thought I should move in with him now instead of closer to my due date. I told him I wouldn't move in with him, and if he wanted to live together, he would have to move in with me. He argued against it and kept insisting that things would be easier for both of us if we lived in his home since he has more space and neither of us would have to worry about cooking or cleaning. Eventually, he did
Wait.
agree and then give me a list. Yeah, wait, huh?
Wait.
It's gonna get weird. He then he gave me a list of requirements his cook had. I was confused, so I asked him what that had to do with me. He then told me that his cook would have to work in my kitchen while he was living with me, so I needed to make sure that I had everything ready for then. I told him I hadn't agreed to that, and he brushed it off by making a joke about us still having to eat, and him not being one of those jerks who expects me to do everything right after giving birth. I told him no, and he asked me who was going to do the cooking and cleaning if I was refusing his offer to have help. I told him we would both split it 50-50 like normal people. He got annoyed,
Right.
and he told me if he didn't have time to cook or clean, and that I should. He got annoyed and told me he didn't have time to cook or clean, and that I shouldn't be doing it right after giving birth. It turned into an argument, which basically ended when I told him he would have to cook and clean if he wanted to live with me after our son was born. He told me he would think about it in an angry tone and hasn't really spoken to me since. Just in case people ask, I don't want the cook and cleaner to come to my home because A, my home is small and it will get overcrowded fast,
Oh
especially since
yeah.
I know both of our families are going to be over a lot. B, I feel like the cook and cleaner is just a stepping stone. He has way more people who run his household, and I feel like he is too dependent on them, so he will expect me to be okay with them working in my home too. C, it isn't hard to clean my home. It's small, and cooking for two doesn't take blank. It ends there. Am I the asshole?
It just
He
cuts
is-
off abruptly.
Yes.
There's no show more or anything.
For two doesn't take am I the asshole? So
They're leaving out so much. Like, does he live at home? Does he act? Is he rich and actually has fucking people
I mean,
do
he
stuff
has
for
a
him?
cook and a cleaner, a personal cook
Yeah,
and
that
cleaner.
could be paid for by his parents, or
Or himself, who knows? We don't know.
Or himself, yeah. And if it's paid for by himself, like he's kind of earned his way through everything, right?
But what I think is interesting is that it's like you don't want to go to his house and have like the staff take care of you, but you don't want his staff to come to your house. But you want like that's so weird to me.
I think honestly she should have thought of a lot of this before agreeing to have a child conceived or whatever, because I know accidents and stuff can happen and whatnot, but you know you have to think about who your partner is and if you want to be with them and what your life will be if you're thinking of making decisions like the one you've been mulling over for what, the past 4 months or 6 months.
6 months, yeah. But the thing
Yeah.
that's weird is that like they just she just drops it out of nowhere. He's got a personal cook and cleaner. Like that to me is wild.
Yeah,
And they don't
it's
specify because the cooking cleaner could just be their mother, like his mother.
Well, they kind of do specify because of the very end. B, I feel like the cook and cleaner is just a stepping stone. He has way more people who run his household, and I feel like he is too dependent on them. So, like, her main, like, this is what's crazy, is that her complaint isn't that my ex wants to live with me for a year. Her complaint is my home is small and it will get overcrowded fast. Like, that's her complaint. That's
She's
why.
kind of the asshole. Because obviously, if she moved in with him, he would be able to get her moved and properly put in and whatever, right? Like,
I mean, if you have a private cook and cleaner, then yeah, I would assume so.
well, yeah, and I'm
hmm.
assuming whatever they do for work or however they get provide
This
for this family
this
is
might be a tough one.
money making. Well, it's just because they leave so much out. Like 90% of the story isn't in the fucking story.
Yeah.
But
It's
it's crazy. Like you know why I picked this one. Because it's not like am I the asshole because I don't want my ex to live with me and like be with my son. You know, it's am I the asshole for not wanting a private cook and cleaner in my house?
like I can kind of understand where it's like you want your own personal space. Now you obviously you leave a massive exception for, the the father, of the child you're carrying. That makes sense. You're making a huge exception because you want to live together. But maybe it's just cuz they just want it the three of them, so I can understand why having just strangers come into the place doing all the work might seem a little overbearing.
Now hold on. They might not be strangers though, because this is her
I
ex's
know.
private cook
That's
and cleaner.
that I understand, but that's the problem. We don't know.
But I mean,
So
listen,
I can't judge this.
taking it
I'm
at face
thinking
value though,
at
it's
face value,
There is
there's
no face
only
value.
there
It's
the only
bullshit.
thing the only thing I could think is if he lives with his parents, he's the asshole. If he lives by himself and is successful and she just doesn't want all that, she's the asshole.
you know
Well,
what?
okay.
I think like hold on. We got to do some reading in between the lines. But okay, reason A for am I the asshole? I don't want the cook and cleaner to come to my home because my home is small and it will get overcrowded fast, especially since I know both of our families are going to be over a lot. So that to me says that the cook and cleaner are not family because if they were family then they would already be coming over anyways. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can all agree that the cook and cleaner are independent entities from this family conglomerate, this
Yes,
family
they are
blob.
paid for. Yes.
And so to me, I'm thinking like you do not have a problem with living with your ex for a year. Right? Like your objection is you don't want to move, which is completely understandable, and you don't want your ex to put responsibility on hired help. That is the objection here. And to me, that is just, I can't even imagine that for like 5 seconds. Like, I don't even know how you would be in a, right? Like, I can't even imagine being in that position.
It's such an impossible position for, like, to imagine yourself in, because it's so, circumstantial. I think she should have chosen to go with him, and through, like, close or whatever, through time, kind of goad him into doing more stuff for himself, slowly, like, teaching him responsibilities and stuff. Like, it is a lot of work because she's also raising a child, but, making her baby's father more independent and whatnot could. I don't know.
Can you imagine having a cook and a cleaner?
Uh,
Like, I'll be honest, there was a time where at one point in my life we hired a cleaning crew to help us clean something, but that's completely different than having a private cleaner at your beck and call.
well, I don't know if it's at their beck and call though, because I know there is some cleaning services for that I have seen for. This is for like elderly people or whatever. They just show up like once a week,
Yeah.
tidy up some of the stuff, clean up the dust, mop the floor, whatever. And usually those type of cleaning people aren't intrusive.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, they're professionals, they're doing their job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, a lot of them are just mom and pop shops, but
Yeah. But I mean, like, I feel like that if you're, if you're in that position, like, the thing that drives me crazy about this story is that it's not about my ex is an asshole and I hate him, but I want him to be a part of my son's life, right? It's my ex wants to have his servants make my life easier.
Yeah, it's
I so I like, yeah.
yeah. It's, I don't know, man. It's, out of curiosity, what did Reddit say?
Well, I was looking in the comments and I just saw your house, your rules. So
it is your house, your rules. Like, if you don't want to move out, don't move out. Like, it's just her
Yeah, but
reasoning that her reasoning that she's throwing out to the world seems.
yeah, I feel like she's just stubborn.
I mean, it seems like
Yeah.
they're both stubborn. Like, I mean,
Oh,
I'm
they're
ready
both
to.
stubborn douches, but I am ready to say everyone's the asshole.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think I gotta, like, it's kind of a cop out, but I think I gotta say that too because, like, she is insane and he is also insane, and so I will brand them with the everyone sucks.
Everyone sucks. Everyone the butthole.
Everyone sucks except for the cleaner. They're just trying to,
Yeah, fuck the
make their
cook.
money, do their job.
The cleaner, now the cleaner's the OG. The cook, how dare
Yeah.
you? The cook is
Yeah,
the
the
real
cook-
asshole.
I mean, the cook is the one making him so goddamn
Yeah.
dependent.
Yeah. That was an interesting I am the asshole. Am I
For
the
the
asshole?
record, we stan workers here.
Yeah.
Except
Yes,
cook. That cook
yeah.
specifically in this story, he's an asshole.
Minus two reason where we're happy for the workers out there, risking their lives in the current events that we're dealing with. This is also the podcast that supports Meat Cleaver Kyrie. And on that terrible
Now
disappointment.
listen here, you little shit.